Today we looked at Unit 1, Lesson 1, Scaled Drawings. What are scaled copies? And we were just exploring what it meant to have a scaled copy. And here we have a portrait of a student. And it says, look at portraits A through E. How is each one the same as or different from the original portrait of the student? And so we talked about letter A kind of seemed to be squished in horizontally, maybe stretched a little bit taller. Letter B looked like it had been pushed down from the top. Letter C looked smaller, but it looked the same. His face was the same. Letter D also looked a little smaller. But again, he looked the same. And this one was all slanted and smaller. And so it says some of the portraits are scaled copies of the original portrait. Which one do you think are scaled copies? And so our consensus in class was that C and D were scaled copies. And so just right now, what do you think it means to be a scaled copy? Well, they have to look the same, but they can be different sizes. And we'll get a more formal definition in a little while. And then we had some letter F's on a grid. This is our original letter F. And we had some other ones, and it said identify all the drawings that are scaled copies of the original letter F, explain how you know, and then how do the lengths compare, and then we were to draw our own version. So here was the set of all of our F's. And I noticed right away that 4 doesn't look like the same because this part right here is slanted and ours is vertical. And drawing 3 just looks wrong as well. Drawing 6, if you notice, the 2 horizontal parts are the same length, but in ours, they're not the same length. So the original was not the same length. Then we started looking at, okay, well, this one is 1, 2, 3, and this one looks like 1.5. Hey, if I notice, this one is twice as much as that one. And these are 3, and these are 3, while here these were 2, and these were 2. So we thought drawing 1 was a scaled copy. Drawing 2, 1, 2, this section is 4, this section is 4, this is 4, and this is 2. So we thought that one was a scaled copy. 1, 2, 3, and this was 2. So I don't think this one is a scaled copy because this is not half of that. And then we look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was 6, this is 3, this is 6, and this is 6. So we said F looked like it was a scaled copy as well. And it said examine the scaled copies, mark closely the length of each part of the letter F. How do they compare to the original? So if I look, well, let's go to drawing 7. 2 times 3 gives me 6. And 1 times 3 gives me 3. So these side lengths are 3 times bigger. Drawing 2, if I multiply 2 by 2, I get 4. And 1 times 2, I get 2. So drawing 2 is 2 times bigger. And that goes for the vertical pieces as well. Well, 1 times 1.5 is 1.5, and 2 times 1.5 is 3. Goes for each of those 2's as well. So these sides are 1.5 or 1.5 times larger. And then we were to make our own drawing of the letter F. We could have gone smaller. Since these were each 2, we could have taken half and gone 1, 1. That would make the middle one 1/2, and that would be 1. Or we could multiply by 4. So I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The middle that one then would have to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were a lot of different F's we could come up with. So now they look the same, and all the sides are multiplied by the same number. Okay. All right, then we had some cards. Each of these shapes was on an individual card, and you had to find a match for each one. So if we look based on shape, some of them are easier than others. So this is 1, 1, 2, 3. It goes over 2, down, and then 1, 2. This is like 2.5. 5. Oh, A and C go together. We're multiplying A by 2. So you can see I went ahead and counted for us. This one's really hard to count because I'm not sure. I know it's not 1/2, but I don't know if it's 1/4 or 1/3 more than a whole. But if I'm looking at the shapes, I'm pretty sure F and G, and 4 times 1.5 is 6. 2 times 1.5 is 3. And then if we look at some of these other ones, I think we'll find that those are the only ones that are left. So letter I seems to be double letter E. And letter J seems to be double letter H. So that leaves F and G to go together. So what's a scaled copy? A scaled copy is a shape that looks the same, different sizes, and has all sides multiplied by the same number. And we're looking at what are corresponding parts, and our objectives for this lesson were, and in a pair of figures I can identify corresponding points, corresponding segments, and corresponding angles. So corresponding means when the parts of an original figure match up with the part of a copy, we call them corresponding. They could be points, segments, angles, or distances. For example, point B in the first triangle corresponds to point E in the second triangle because they're in the same position. Segment AC, the top segment, corresponds to segment DF. If we want to look at an angle, angle CAB corresponds to angle FDE because it's in the same position. So we practiced using these railroad symbols. So it gave us point L, which is right here. So what's in the copy is in the same position. That would be point B. And in copy 2, point V. Then they gave us segment LM. So the same position in copy 1 would be segment CB, and the shortcut way of writing that would be put the bar over top of it instead of writing out the word segment. Technically, we should have the little endpoints on the segment symbol. And then that in the same position would be segment VW. And we could say WV or VW. It does not matter what order we go in. Then they gave us segment ED that was in copy 1. Well, the original is segment ON. And in copy 2, the same position is YX. They gave us point X in copy 2. Same point position in copy 1 would be point D. And in the original is point N. And then they gave us angle KLM. So angle KLM is this angle right here. In copy 1, that would be this angle, so angle ABC. And in the copy 2, UVW. And finally, they gave us angle XYZ, which is in copy 2. That's this angle right here, XYZ. So this angle is in copy 1, which is DEF, and in the original is NOP.